Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the City of Kingston Tree Commission meeting. My name is Suzanne Cahill. I'm the planning director for the City of Kingston, and our office administers the Tree Commission. We do not have a quorum at the table as of yet, but we are going to start the meeting at 5:08 p.m. I'm just going to ask the members who are present to introduce themselves. Evan, I'll start with you.
Evan King, Tree Commission member.
Vince Archer, Tree Commission member.
Anita Collins, I'm the liaison from the Conservation Advisory Council.
Thank you. And we also have Kyla.
Kyla Dede from the planning office.
And George Volvis, from the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation.
Thank you. All right, so hopefully we will have another member joining us in a few minutes. We can just skip around the agenda real quickly. Kyla, do you want to just give a quick update on the tree planting for the fall?
Sure. We do have Berardi Landscaping was the lowest quote for the planting. They will be planting 13 trees in mid-October. Those trees will be serviceberry, yellowwood, and chestnut, based on the recommendations back from you guys, and green. I had sent around that list of locations, and I've been narrowing down, what's suitable, and eliminating some that are not suitable, I guess, would be the first step. And then, we should be planted in mid-October.
Good, and that will be the end, the close, that will be the city's money for this year. We're also we'll be doing four, hopefully, cherries in the Academy Green, with the balance of the city funds, to replace, some of the, White House pears that were, ruined through some of the storms at that triangular corner there. So, that's going to be the balance of the money. The Memorial Tree Fund also did finance a project in Sharp Cemetery. And we were able to take down 3 trees there, 2 that were extremely rotted and 1 that was leaning quite horribly and was threatening some of the older tombstones in the graveyard there. So the Memorial Tree Fund paid for that to work to get done as well. So if you notice that, that's what that was. And lastly, just as other business, as everybody knows, we were awarded the grant of the USDA for the urban forester. Thank you, George, and anybody else that was involved, Kyla, for putting that together. And that's going to fund a position of an urban forester for the city of Kingston, which I think is a terrific step forward for the city. We are awaiting the formal award letter and the contract documents for that. But in the meantime, there's a small group of us that are going to meet and discuss some of the parameters for the job specification for the urban forester. We did put one into our application from another community, and it would be, using that as the basic template, but kind of fine tuning it for the city's needs. So what Natalie Kegel has asked me from the grants office is if there's a member of the tree commission that wants to participate in that group. If you do, let me know. I can let you know when the meeting is. I think we have one scheduled is it next week, Kyla?
Yeah, I don't remember the date.
Yeah, I can get the date if you are interested. If not, I'll also put it out to the others. That's really it. I'm excited about that, and I'm looking forward to having somebody, that is really going to have at their focus the city's urban forest and be able to really promote it, work on it, update the inventory. There's a lot that needs to be done, and we'll have the capability now to have somebody dedicated to do that work. So that's good. So I guess the only other thing, does anybody have anything else? Otherwise, we'll just jump into the reviews And at this time, because we do not have a quorum, our decisions or opinions will be advisory only. We don't have, that's the best we can do at this point in time. So we'll start with 34 Wall Street. And this particular one, there was a property owner, the two Wall Street ones actually came by complaint from a property owner on Fair Street. Both of these properties front on Wall, but have their backs to Fair Street. So the concern was given for both, there's two trees on Wall, however, 36 Wall has a second tree. Or 34 Wall has a second tree, which is on the Wall Street side, that lost a fairly substantial limb. And it is kind of somewhat deteriorated. And that we recommended that tree, that's an actual street tree. The others on the Fair Street side, you have those pictures, Tyler?
I don't see another photo, is it in the?
They were the ones, should be, looks like this,
I think I got
and maybe in the
it.
packet,
Oh, sorry. Share.
should be like a PDF pack, yeah,
This,
there you go.
okay.
Okay, so that's actually the one that is on Walls, on the Fair Street side. And it basically is dead. It has more vines and garbage growing on it than anything else. So obviously the recommendation is to take it down. The property owners were notified. On this one, I did get a phone call. I called them back and left a message, but I have not heard back from them again. So I would recommend that the commission move forward with a recommendation to remove both. Or advisory opinion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we can make that recommendation as an advisory opinion to have them both removed.
So, I will, advise to remove, 34, the 36 Wall Street. The dead tree one is across from 30 Fair Street, and another one is the 30 Wall Street. Wall Street and follow the City of Kingston standard procedure.
Okay,
What was the address on the 34 Wall Street? The Fair Street backs this to the back of that. The second tree was there? Was that the second tree?
34 Wall has two. One is on the Wall Street side, and the other one is not the one that got complained about, but because we were looking at the one tree, we obviously noticed the other one at the same time and said, that one is also in not great
And
condition.
what was
So
the address of that on the Fair?
that is on the Fair Street, or no, the
So it's
34
not-
Wall was the tall one.
Right,
And the Fair Street side was the one that was all covered with
That's
everything.
right.
Yep.
but is there an address associated with that?
There,
location?
it's 34 Wall Street. That's the legal property
okay,
address.
One second.
Right.
But I thought you gave another number, another address. but-
That's this next one, I think, 36 is this.
Yeah, is the next one. Okay, so Evan has kind of made the motion.
For both.
Then
Yeah.
you'll second? Okay.
Yeah, I'll second.
Okay, so obviously there is really no vote, but we will forward that recommendation. Okay, so then 36 Wall is directly adjacent to this. This one, I wrote the letter to the property owner, who did call me and then emailed me because she was, happy that we reached out. She said that she had her email that I received was, we spoke last week about a tree on the back of my property on Fair Street. I had a tree guy come out and look at it on Monday, and his assessment is that there are branches that should come off, and that he could trim some of the weight off the top, and that it is a healthy tree, and he does not recommend that it come down. I wanted to talk to you before I have him come do the work, as I want to make sure that it will be sufficient. My hope is that if he makes the tree safer and more stable, the tree commission will allow that it does not have to come down. I understand you're out this week, but I called her back, left a message, and I have not heard back from her, because I wanted to ask her, who the tree individual was that she contacted. We did talk about some companies, so she was looking at, some of the more reputable arborists in the community. I don't know who actually went out there. The picture does, it doesn't look great, but, if an arborist feels that they can maybe save the tree and she wants to pursue that, it's not diseased. I'm maybe willing to take that risk and let her try that first. I don't know how everybody else feels.
Looks like wires are running through it as well, so I don't know how that's gonna.
It's hard to tell if they're actually going through this tree or if they're just kind of in the background.
It looks like it's in the middle of both trees. There's one is in another, it's kind of holding to.
Yeah, there's a little better shot of it that isn't so bright.
It looks like it's a cable.
Hmm?
It looks like it's a cable wire, not the,
Oh, you mean,
yeah.
they got a cable wire to the tree?
Yeah.
To prevent it from splitting, or is it,
No, I think it's
Just-
just between.
what was that for? Is it a Central Hudson thing?
Is it possible for us just to wait for the owner to submit the application, approving application, at least we will have a better idea of like how they are going to treat the tree, right? Because
I can, this didn't come in as an application. This came in as a complaint, so it wasn't the property owner filing an application per se. Our protocol is to, once we get the complaint, have the Department of Public Works take a look at the trees, verify what the situation is, and then we notify the property owners, and let them know, that it is their responsibility, and that we'll be talking about it at the next tree commission meeting, so that they have an opportunity to kind of think about what they want to do. In this case, like I said, this property owner called and said, she was at first, she was agreeable. She said, okay, I'll find somebody. But then I guess this arborist that she reached out to, said that, it can be saved. And so I don't know who it is though.
preferable you be save the tree, but still like, safety, right? They like we look at the safety and then we want to save the tree as well, so.
What did DPW say? Do they feel like it's a safety issue? Did they have an opinion?
No. Ryan, let me see what Ryan said.
Ryan, cool.
Ryan Kuhn. His statement to me was DPW had a written complaint about a tree across from 30 Fair Street, complaint attached below. The investigation resulted in 2 trees being found that should be addressed with removal. 34, he said, is there's little left, which we addressed, but he said the second of the photos is 36 on Fair Street. This tree is also, he says it's in the yard behind the fence. We've had complaints about this before and have cleaned up large limbs that are continuing to shed down into the street. There are multiple limbs broken but hanging in the canopy, as well as very low, unbalanced, and unstable co-dominant trunk. Additionally, there is significant rot in the large upper limbs, possibly from ant infestation. this tree should be removed as well. Property owner information attached below. So that did go to the property owner.
Do you want to allow her to, since she is willing to work with an arborist, have them, I mean, there's possibility.
Have them
that when
submit a more detailed confirmation, investigation, okay.
Or even consider allowing her to prune it, and if they see something.
Right, well, that's what I think. If they prune it and they get in there and they start pruning and they
Right.
see infestation, I think they're gonna probably say, okay, it should go. I'm assuming that when they come and they look at these things, they don't bring a bucket truck and go up and do a real close-up and friendly review. And, you know, typically a company, I think, would probably say, if you're looking to take a tree down, I don't know that too many tree companies would say, oh, let's prune it instead. There aren't too many out there.
Yeah,
So I
that's
don't
what
know who this one is, so.
If she's willing to have an arborist weigh in on it, then maybe, you know, you allow her to do the pruning, and then if it comes down to removal.
Maybe to prune the tree on the condition the tree can be safe and healthy, and like if it's not, then
Yeah.
they can remove the tree. So we don't recall the tree company twice.
Yeah. that's
Okay.
what I was thinking.
Okay,
But it also based on the harvest.
Yep. certified arborist, okay. Does that sound good, Vince?
Yeah, but Ryan already made an assessment, said it looked like it had infestation.
Yeah, but Ryan, again, he does his
Yeah, okay.
assessment from the street. I mean, he
So-
stands there,
Yeah.
so what's up, I don't, you know, I didn't,
It's strictly observation.
right. Right,
So I was wondering if you saw sawdust or what did he see or?
I think if he saw that significant, he would have photographed that. He doesn't, you know, he's usually pretty good like that.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. So I will write it up that way. Okay. So the next one we have is 94 Andrew Street. This actually was an application from the property owner on the street. They have Limber Tree Service lined up to do their work. It's maple tree. They are looking to pretty much do some pruning on this tree. The application reads, remove the middle lead pressing on the wire, limb touching the wire over the yard, and any small limbs touching the neighbor's electrical wire. Trim out larger dead limbs from the big maple near the stop sign. So there's two separate trees actually involved here. Oops. So this is a pruning. Obviously, we are all very well aware of Limber's work. I would recommend that we move forward with the agreement to prune. And we'll make record of the standard.
Yeah, so I will advise the pruning those trees following the city standard. And also insurance
Yep.
requirement.
Yes. Okay.
We didn't get any complaints about the sidewalk hiccup, did we?
I was thinking that same thing. I wonder if this is on any list for curb ramps, because
Is Andrew Street,
I don't know.
getting-
But
we can check that, but yeah. It is pretty,
Or the ADA thing they've been doing in the city?
yeah,
yeah, the city is going through and doing ADA
Yep.
compliant intersection
Yep.
ramping right now in all different neighborhoods.
Mhm.
I mean, this being near the school, I would, you know, it could be, very well be on the list. I think actually Keith lives around the corner from
he
this,
does, I
doesn't he? Yeah.
think.
Okay. So moving on, We have 86 Down Street. This is an application for removal. This is a crabapple tree. I couldn't find the record, but I think this was one that we planted a while ago. It just, the address seems very familiar to me. He wants to take it down himself. I mean, property owners can do that through the DPW, but they have to provide riders on their homeowners insurance and things like that. It's not a super huge tree. He says it's sickly. The photos he provided, it doesn't look to me like it's that bad. He is saying, Ryan did say, it appears as though the tree is reaching the end of its life. It's starting to debark and the canopy is not full like the others on the street. I do see that this tree has been pruned regularly, but the pruning do not appear to be healing well. It is also not fruiting like the others and the leaves are curling, burned, and dry. So he didn't say one way or another what his thoughts were. George, maybe you can, shed a little light here because, with the wacky weather that we've been having, I've been noticing, some trees and other flowering shrubs and that appear like they're dying, but they're not, I think, because my mom has a lilac tree that looked like it was dying, but then it started to bloom all over again and now it's got green leaves all over it. And she was gonna cut it down. I said, no, it's the weather. I don't think it's, and I don't know if this could be the same thing.
Well, what kind of tree was this?
It's a crabapple.
It's a crabapple. Crabapples all look really bad this year. Most of them do.
Oh, really?
Looks like the trunk's gonna be by a weed whacker.
And it looks like it's, I don't know how those, how well it's healing.
Well,
Right.
that's what Brian said. It looks like, some of the pruning cuts aren't healing well. But yeah, I mean,
It looks like it's been,
if you weed whack it,
really bad.
yeah, then, I mean, people have to understand that if you take the bark off of with the weed whacker, you're killing the tree
Right.
inadvertently.
And if you do it every single time you mow,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Decline, yeah. What was the location on
I mean, my thing is, this is not a very large tree.
86
If the property owner wants to take it down, I think he should replant. That would be my recommendation.
But how does he know it's a sick tree?
It's true that crabapple that size and what looks like the condition that it's in at the bottom is not gonna last many
Right.
years longer.
Right,
Yeah.
maybe if you recommend replanting, noting that mulching to avoid consistent.
right, yeah.
Actually, this one.
Okay. All right, so we will do that one, that takes care of that one, and then we have 78 Pine Grove Avenue. This woman also has contacted DPW on numerous occasions. She originally wanted this, the DPW to prune the tree, and they told her it was her responsibility. So she wants to take it down. She's afraid that it's gonna hurt somebody. Ryan, let me see, I don't think Ryan gave a definitive on this. He did say, yes, it loses branches, but many trees do lose branches. George, you went and spoke with this woman. This was Mrs. Federer? This is the woman, yeah, the one that you spoke with. Do you want to speak about it at all?
Well, I took pictures that look a little bit better than that,
Okay,
and, which, well, actually looked a little worse than that.
Okay,
And I forget what I said, but I think I said that the tree has got problems.
okay.
And,
She does have Dave Hughes already lined up, to do the work. She reached out to him and wanted to have him take it down right away, and I said, no, it's gotta go to the commission, so.
Did I just call you on that?
No, I think, is there, are these yours, right?
No, that doesn't.
These are your photos? No?
no, but I'm getting there.
Okay.
I think, this.
No, there was substantial dead stuff in the top.
Okay,
And there was a branch hanging. And
Okay.
there was substantial problems up there.
And
There it is.
that-
Yes.
Yep, that,
Yeah, no. I took it from 4 different angles.
right.
So did they recommend removal as well?
Dave is
He's an
recommending taking it down.
Yeah.
I mean, Dave, she reached out,
Oh, yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah,
these are George's, some of George's photos.
It didn't look like it was worth, that it wasn't gonna recover if it was cut back.
Okay,
You know.
okay, all right.
Dave, who? I don't know, it was like years ago.
His last name,
Hughes.
Hughes, thank you.
Okay, so, we will recommend to agree to take it down
Yes.
with all the standard conditions, on this one, and,
Carla, could you go back to what the base looks like? Of the trunk?
Base.
Yeah.
One picture of the,
Base looked very relative.
No, I mean, if it's
A picture of it too.
suitable for any replanting close.
I
No?
think there's another
really
side.
78 Pine Grove.
It's tight.
Tight? Okay.
Where it is, it's tight.
Yeah, but is there any, what do you need, like? The root ball looks fairly, I mean, that tree looks like it's been around for a while, so,
It's, yeah.
so the roots are everywhere.
It's going, yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
so I don't know if you
I
can.
didn't really harp on that because she wasn't really interested.
Oh,
There's a long strategy, like it's empty, there's no trees. How about in the middle of the street?
and then, so you're looking at, okay,
Street view, is, I think this is it. right?
there's a car in the way. Gotta go down,
Is this the house?
there you go. But when is the image, see, that's a 2017 image capture, so that's 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Yeah, just he wants to see how, he wanted to
So-
see how wide this was, right?
the lots look small, they look like,
That's
25 feet lot?
Not it.
That's not it.
All right, let's try this.
It wasn't near the sidewalk, it wasn't near a driveway.
oh, was it?
Oh,
The car,
It
there
was
was a lady standing there with a car, a white car, that was close to that tree, no? I thought those were your pictures.
No,
And she's looking for, this is Google,
Let
or,
me go back on, George's, or the,
You do have some more pictures.
how about another side of the driveway?
Yeah, but the driveway was on the left of the tree. Yeah, there's the driveway, or is that the street?
That's the street.
this is the street,
Oh,
this is the median of Pine Grove.
That's the median.
oh, okay.
It looks like the driveway's over here, maybe?
It's fairly wide planting strip, which is nice too. We could ask for a replanting.
Yep.
Took a couple of feet.
At least.
No, I don't, that wasn't in our group. Oh, this might.
Okay? All right, so then we have one more, 8 Pearl Street. And that is a, oh, there you go.
Yeah, actually,
Okay, so there is a garden on the side.
there's also a fairly large front yard.
We would have to be on the other side, probably.
Yeah, she said, yeah, her house is set back, I guess, quite a bit.
I mean,
It's unusual, all the others are so close.
alright, which one now?
So then 8 Pearl Street is the last one on our list today. And that's the pruning. I know that, Kyla had sent around last week when I was out on vacation, the application. I think most of everybody weighed in on it. We wanted to bring it to a formal vote. It doesn't look like we're gonna get a formal vote on it either. So I think the recommendation was to allow them to move forward and do pruning on that tree.
She just wanted to do it so that she could paint without it interfering with the painting job. For ginkgos, she says she loves them, she doesn't want, she just doesn't want them to rub against the new paint job.
Okay. And that is all I have for tonight.
But we had one on 88 Cedar Street. What happened with them? And then there's another one on 163 to 169 First Avenue, which I thought was, Kenny.
That was,
the-
we recommended that she keep it.
Oh, we did.
Yeah,
Okay.
yep. At the last tree commission meeting, she was not happy about that decision. I told her that there is an appeals process. And she, as far as I know, she has not,
Okay.
moved down that road yet.
And do you know anything about the 88? Do you remember anything did we talk about 88 Cedar Street?
I think you did, isn't that the one that was near the corner?
Oh, was that the one?
I think so, those were on Cedar.
No,
Yeah.
The
I had
one
it on
that had the
my,
wires,
had it on my list for today, I don't know.
I think you talked about.
Yeah, no, that was on our last meeting.
Okay.
We did those. Yep.
Cool. That was the one that, on Washington Avenue there? Was that the one,
I think it was Cedar
Or Cedar.
and
it was on the corner?
like Pine or.
No, it was up, it was closer to,
Closer to Broadway.
yeah, it was
It was in the
closer to
corner, right?
Broadway. There were a couple there. I don't have last month's agenda with me.
Oh, I have left.
Yeah, in the shared drive, all the applications that we looked at last month should be in there.
So,
Were you at the last month's meeting? Maybe?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
no, I
So
think,
what goes on in between?
I think it was 2 months ago because I wasn't at last month's meeting and I think I remember it's 85, 87 Cedar. Is that what number did you say?
88.
88. There was a gentleman here from Cedar
Yeah.
Street one.
That was that last month? Wasn't it last month?
I thought it was June, but maybe it was July.
88 series,
Well, August, it would have been August meeting.
So you found it?
August.
August, that's why I skipped. I was thinking it was the planning board.
Yeah,
It looked like a dead, right?
Oh, 88, okay. That was a DPW dangerous.
right. And I think we recommended to take that one down.
Oh, yes. Do you
Yep.
want to see what it looked like? Because it is very much
Kyla's putting it up on the screen, Liz, and maybe you'll remember it there.
Oh, yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Remember, he was the gentleman that came to the meeting?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Motion to adjourn.
Yeah.
Next meeting is October.
October 10th is our next meeting. So motion to adjourn. Motion. All right. Vince, you're seconding that, right?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.